So you mentioned like developing our teams, developing our talent, and making sure there are people who are empowered to do things besides just the owner within the team, so that there's someone to kind of take that on if that firm is acquired. What other things will continue to increase the value of a firm? Like, what are there specific KPIs or specific things that firms can do? Let's say if they're getting ready to sell in 5 years or 3 years, what is bringing more value to a firm?
That's a good question because it's so different based on the level of firm, right? Like really small firms are going to have a very different roadmap to increase or maximize their their value if and when they take it to market, other than a mid or large size firm. I would say besides that kind of talent development component, which is still key and paramount in so much of this, really aggressively, I'll say reviewing your fee structures are is just it's huge. I mean, that is what it is, and we're making the assumptions that they're already relatively up to date from a technological backbone and all that fun stuff. They're not sitting there doing paper returns, which I still see it. I see firms. I see firms that do paper returns still. They're not in the cloud, all this fun stuff. Assuming those are met, I think really aggressively reviewing your fee structure and who your core clients are is massive, because that all funnels down to that profitability, that EBITDA number, if and when you look to transact. And I know it sounds so simple, but we see so many firms they're not setting fee minimums. They're not continuously culling or upscaling the client base. And it can damage a firm's value when they take it to market if they've built a firm that just got bigger on the same clients, without ever upscaling the fee structure or the clientele or all that fun stuff. So that's one, is aggressively reviewing your pricing strategies, to say the least, because I've yet to really see a firm that has priced themselves out of any market, which is shocking. Uh, that's one. Another one, of course, is reviewing, and I'm not a big proponent of saying small and mid-sized firms should do this if they can't figure out how to effectively do it, but there's that big buzzword phrase, the shift from compliance to advisory. Let's focus less on the traditional tax, audit, accounting services that we're built on, and focus more on these advisory consulting services, which generally do have higher profitability margins. I'm a big proponent of that, but I think if a firm is a little late in the game to really jumpstart an advisory department or increase their advisory revenue, what they should do is be able to clearly state and identify the advisory revenue opportunities that exist inside their base to a potential buyer. Yeah. Know exactly, what cards you're holding to say, hey, I see that you have this department already. I have all these clients that are asking for this need. This is perfect for us. So, I'd say those are kind of the two big pieces of advice they give to people when they say, I'm on a 3-year, I'm on a 5-year window. What should I do?